Any artist in any genre is invited to K-Poppin's Tiniest Stage as we get a chance to learn a little bit more about different types of artists and listen to their live performances. Today, I have a very, very, very special guest. It is her birthday. And she got her birthday wish of it snowing outside. And we've got the amazing singer-songwriter Aalia in the studio. 안녕하세요. Hello.
안녕하세요. Hi, it's Aalia. 저는 싱어송라이터로 활동 중인 알리아입니다.
Wow! Welcome to the studio. Okay, so I hear that you can speak English. So, is it more comfortable to do the interview in English, or should I still ask stuff in Korean?
Both.
Both
are fine. Yeah.
Oh, both are fine.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
But I'm not used to speak English.
Okay.
These days, because I don't get to hang out with English speakers these days. So.
It's okay. By the time you sing live and then by the time it's supposed to go home, you'll be very relaxed and then you'll be extremely ready to speak more English, but then we'll be over.
Okay.
So then you just have to come back to the studio to finish that later down the line.
I agree.
Right.
It's going to go that way.
So, like I said, but happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Your birthday wish of it snowing came true.
It did. Yeah.
It did.
It was crazy. I mean, I was driving and a lot of cars are having trouble.
But you got here safe.
Yeah, luckily.
Luckily, you got here safe.
Yeah.
Okay. So our listeners are saying happy birthday to you as well.
Thank you.
So we're going to get to know her today. And I want to kind of start off with, let's kind of go in order with your debut.
Yeah.
So your debut was exactly 2018, am I correct?
Yes.
2018.
Yeah.
Okay. So before 2018, what was our beautiful Aalia doing? Were you just a student? Were you still doing music and you just didn't have the breakthrough? What were you doing before 2018?
I was still doing music.
Okay.
I was writing music I was writing music actually.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I got to meet one of my producer friends, and he asked me to write the lyrics in English for the K-drama OST. So I wrote the lyrics, and then he said, "Oh, can you sing too, just for a guide?"
Oh.
So I said, "Yeah, sure." And then it kind of turned out to be my track. So the drama producers and everybody was kind of like, "Oh, I want this singer to be on this track."
Right.
So I was so happy, of course. I didn't expect it.
Right.
So it kind of, went that way.
Okay, now when it comes to our singer-songwriters, I've talked to a lot of them and asking, when it comes to your song, it's almost quote-unquote easier to sing because quote-unquote it's easier to sing, but when it comes to dramas, like you said, like drama producers, they have an image, they have a set ideal of what they want it to sound like, what they want it to do. So I've noticed a lot of singers have a tendency to find it difficult to sing a soundtrack song. But for you, it was your song to kind of start off with. So was there still any difficulties recording the song when you first did it?
For sure. For example, the song Adrenaline, that song was too high. And I mean, it doesn't have any resting place.
Right.
It's restless and it's very high, and the producer, he wanted me to go crazy, you have to be a rocker, you know. And I'm not a rocker, but I had to sing that way as he wanted me to.
You brought up Adrenaline. Adrenaline was not in Korean, not in English.
No.
But in Italian.
That's true. Actually, there is a story behind it. I wrote in English first. Okay. I heard the scenario a little bit before I wrote the lyrics. Okay. And it was he said it's about mafia. Italian, Korean, So I said, okay, I want it to be really dramatic.
Right.
So I came up with this title called Adrenaline. I want this crazy life, like thrill, with the thrills and all this greed, and I'm gonna fight over, this craziness. So I wrote the lyrics in English first, and then and then the producer, he really liked the vibe.
Okay.
So he said, actually, Aalia, can you translate it into Italian? So I said, I can't speak Italian. So I actually, I actually had to have a little help from Google Translation. That was the behind story.
And the story?
And I also have Italian friends back in London. So I asked them through like Facebook message, like, is it right? Like, does it make sense?
Right.
Is there any like unnatural sentences? And they said, actually, I really like this lyrics. Did you write it? I'm like, yeah, I wrote it, but I translated with the Google help. Yeah.
Thank you, Internet. You actually didn't let us down. Okay, so Erin was saying Italian. Yeah, so the reason why that is that she's talking about the soundtrack for Vincenzo. So for those of you who watched Song Joong-ki throughout all of those episodes, you were listening to this beautiful lady's vocals the entire drama.
Thank you.
Because not only Adrenaline, but you sang another song off of the soundtrack as well.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so there's 2 songs that she was able to sing. 2, right?
2 songs,
right.
yeah.
2 songs that she was able to sing off of the soundtrack. So the entire time you were watching Vincenzo and them acting, her vocals were coming out in the background. So writing process, I always ask this to my singer-songwriters, and it's something that is very, very important to our listeners because we love trying to get into your head. Mm-hmm. How do you create songs?
There are a few different ways. It depends on how I feel or how it kind of started off. I think first I go with the melody. Mm-hmm. And then with the melody, there is certain sentence that goes with it perfectly. Okay. So I start off like that. I mean, I don't really have a lot of plans when I write music. I just go with my vibe, the flow. So,
okay, now this kind of works if you're just creating songs. So like if you're just making a song for yourself, that's fine. But like, you've been you were doing, Vincenzo songs, and these are songs that you write. Production wise, the drama producer has a timeline. Oh, yeah. So like they need a song by this date. It needs to be mixed and mastered by this date. So there's always a timeline. How do you match that? Do you lock yourself into the studio and be like, Aalia, work, make a song? Or do you kind of go into your Pandora box on your computer to grab different sources and songs that you saved and lyrics that you've written before and kind of match them together and puzzle them into a song? How does that work?
I first I just lock myself into studio and do it. No, and it always kind of
it works.
Yeah.
No, because the reason why I ask this is a funny thing is some singer-songwriters, that's the kind of motivation they need to make themselves make music. Because if not, they're just like, eh. And they'll make songs, but it's not like a full song. It's only like first verse or the melody or like the beat or something, and then it gets saved into their computer and then it never comes out because it becomes like 10,000 files.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they're never going to go through them again.
That's true.
So it looks like that for later references, whenever you hear an Aalia track, she probably just locked herself into a studio and then she started producing music.
Yeah, I first hear melody, and if I like it, I complete the song. Wow. So, because if I start with the chords progression, I don't know, I can't be sure that melody would be always perfect.
Wow.
So I always get to finish the song when I write the melody first.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's kind of your jinx almost.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to being a singer, you've got an amazing voice.
Thank you.
So was this something that you naturally knew you had when you were younger? Did like your mom or your friends tell you, God, you've got a good voice? Or did you kind of somehow find like by chance that you could sing?
Oh, I think everything. Yeah, I got to sing and in front of my friends, and they were like, "Wow, what?" And then, oh no, I wasn't that good. But I think compared to my friends, and actually, my parents weren't that supportive at first. They wanted me to kind of study more. But then I proved them that I work hard for my passion and everything. They became supportive.
Okay.
Yeah.
In college, you did major in music, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you said London. So you have friends in London. So what is this London thing? So you're a London girl. So what's this London a part of your life? Because I'm very curious as to, did you live in London or?
Yeah. So to be exact, on winter vacation for my last semester in high school, I got the chance to go to London, and I fell in love with the city. So I told my parents that I went to this city and this city was amazing. I want to go to school in this city. And they were like, no, there's no family there. Like, you're going to be alone and it's
We're not sending you to a foreign country. You crazy.
It's very dangerous. I can't send you there. And I was like, no, like parents, like you have to give me the chance to see the wide world. I have to open my mind a little more. So yeah, they actually let me.
Oh,
I really am thankful, and so I went to first I went to like language school before I got into the uni. And then I got to. So my mom told me, like, if you want to go to uni there, like you have to do everything by yourself. Of course, like making money is not like up to me, but at least the process, like you have to choose the school and you have to choose the major. So I chose the school. I actually applied for only one school. It's called like Goldsmiths. And then the reason I chose the school was because I was a big fan of James Blake. So but I was so stupid because I should have applied for popular music part, but I went for music part. That was like classical. So that was so funny. Anyways, I went to audition and they were like, "Oh, you prepared your pieces. Can I hear?" And it was all like popular. Right. So they were like, "You know that this is like classical place." I'm like, oops. I had to try not to like. How can I say, show that I wasn't paying attention for this major. So I was like, yeah, of course I know. I mean, I wanted to study more classic because I have to have broader, I don't know.
Like music inspiration.
Yeah, exactly. That's I think how I explained it.
Right.
Yeah, actually I got in. Like they were like, okay.
They liked your ballsy attitude. Like,
I guess so.
I don't play classical music, but teach me.
I'm pretty sure they knew. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. I mean, actually, when I was in high school, I was in art high school. I majored in opera a little bit.
Wow.
So I actually first got into the art school with how can I say art, just really drawing art. But then I transferred to music major. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So from there I studied a little opera. So,
wow.
So I got to kind of appeal that
to
part.
To that part.
I did it. Yeah. So
I want to say, because we've got a lot of people that's worked here at Arirang that are from the UK.
Wow.
But you don't have you have more of an American accent than a UK accent.
That's true.
Is there a reason for that? Did you have too many American friends when you were
yeah, that too. But I started learning English since I was like 7, I guess.
Okay.
I think it's because my dad was majored in English. So he thought that learning second language would be easier for me to learn from the younger age.
Right.
So my dad sent me to this like academy, and I had this like American tutor who taught me English. So I actually got to speak English a little bit before I went to London.
Wow.
Yeah, and also, I stayed there just for like several years, so I can't really pretend myself to be a British woman.
Well, no, it's so easy to...
Can I have a cup of tea?
Right. It's so easy, though, to make, to try to imitate the accent if you're living there.
Yeah.
We are having a blast talking about Aalia's life, but... we have to focus on the fact that she is an amazing artist and she is going to sing live for us for today as we get to know her as an artist and as a person too. But I want to hear a little bit about Smut Breathless before you get a chance to sing live for us. So what song is this? Could you please introduce it?
Okay, Breathless is like a super Korean ballad that I went for the very first time.
Yeah, very different style.
It's very intense Korean ballad. So at first I was really scared because I wasn't experienced. But when I got to hear this song, especially the part like "Summat," like that part is the hook, and I really like this hook with the lyrics "Summat." It's basically it means breathless.
Right.
So this lyrics contains the meaning that I'm lost without you, like when you left me, when you told me that you are going to leave me, I couldn't breathe because I was feeling the enormous pain in my heart.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've been talking and laughing with us, so I'm going to give you a chance to take a little bit of sip of water before you sing live for us if you need to.
Okay.
Yeah, so so for those of you just tuning in, it's our Tiniest Stage for today. We've got a birthday girl in the studio. Our guest, Aalia, is going to be singing her most recent single, which is Somewhat Breathless, live for us. Ready when you are. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Music cue.
할 말이 있다는 게 그 말이었구나 싶었을 때 난 너무 아파 죽을 뻔했어. 이 많은 기억들을 난 어디서부터 지워갈까. 머릿속이 멍했어. 조금 벌려진 입을 움직여 웃으려 애를 써도 웃어지지가 않아. 공기마저 무거워 숨을 쉴 수 없었어. 그냥 고개만 끄덕였어. 숨을 내쉬게 되면 가슴에 고인 눈물이 왈칵 쏟아질까봐 그냥 손을 흔들었어. 눈앞이 흐려져서 마지막 네 모습 볼 수 없었어. 너무나 후회돼서 우리의 흔적 하나 지울 수 없었어. 그럼 정말 못 견딜 것 같았어. 너무 사랑한다고 변함없을 거라고 한마디는 해주고 보내줄걸. 공기마저 무거워 숨을 쉴 수 없었어. 그냥 고개만 끄덕였어. 숨을 내쉬게 되면
those of you just tuning in, you have to go back to definitely rewatch this live performance. We've got the beautiful and talented Aalia in the studio. She just sang live for her most recent single, Sumot Breathless. We had Aaron say, this is beyond beautiful. I don't think that our angel seems to know how birthdays work. She's supposed to be receiving the gifts, not giving them. That was a very special gift. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Also, Nurse says, I'm literally breathless listening to her soothing vocals. So angelic. I don't know if I'm still alive or if I'm dying already because that was too beautiful.
Wow.
There's a lot of woohoos and bravos and claps and hearts and a lot of those as well. Now, this is more, and she just told us this was a very like typical Korean ballad of a genre that she did, but this is kind of not her normal genre.
That's true.
Per se. So she does pretty much every genre you can think of, and her voice kind of changes with the sound of the song. So you definitely have to go find her on your streaming sites to get a chance to start streaming her music. She's got a YouTube channel, so I want to talk a little bit about that as well. These days, I feel that everybody who is a musician, they always end up having some type of channel. You have a SoundCloud, you have a YouTube, you have something. So, was the YouTube, because you do post a lot of covers. For your YouTube, was that originally just going to be a place for you to post your covers? Or was there other ideas that was in mind when you opened up the channel?
No, actually, I wanted to just share more like various music of mine through YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, from what I can see, you're quite young in age, but you did a cover of a Tiniest song, and I was just like, wait a minute, how does this girl know this song? This is like, this is my era of music.
Officially missing you.
Exactly. Oh, I loved that cover, by the way.
You went through my YouTube.
Yes. And I'm going to start stalking you again and start adding all those likes to all of your videos. So be aware because you're going to get bombarded with like notifications in the next couple of days. If you haven't seen her recent post, you have to. She did a really amazing Adele cover not too long ago as well. You can check out her music videos and other songs too on her YouTube channel. So yeah, do definitely check it out. Performance wise, I feel that any type of stage for a singer-songwriter is enjoyable. But for you as an artist, do you like bigger stages or do you like more intimate stages?
Oh, it's different. I prefer intimate stages.
Really?
Because I get to like see the reaction right away. But when I'm in a really like big stage, I can't hear them. I can't see them. So like I get, am I doing fine? but still excited.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still exciting. Yeah.
Wow, because I've always I freak out with small audiences. I'm just like, stop looking at me.
Like right in front of your face.
Like right in front of my face. I'm just like, oh, where do I look?
Yeah, it's so funny.
Okay, so very different. That means that we need to get her into some stages as well. Now, because you've been overseas, I feel that there's probably the urge to go overseas, because I know that not a lot of smaller indie artists get a chance to, or even on the other side, they actually go overseas a lot more. So for you, would a world tour be something that would be appealing for you, or like a world busking tour? Like, would that be appealing, or?
For sure, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, actually, I don't have a like huge fandom right now, but I still have like little fandom called Aalia Angels. Like,
if you haven't signed up yet, go sign up.
It's on Instagram. It's a fan page, and most of them are from like different countries.
Right.
So I'm really like, I'm down to have a tour internationally.
Yeah. Well, hopefully 2023 can see that happen for you, because I would love to see that.
I would love to have that.
Right, I would love to see it. And of course, with her English skills, I mean, it would be a lot easier for her to go overseas because she'd be able to interact with the fans as well. So we had Aaron ask this as well. When it comes to artists, I feel that, you know, as a singer-songwriter, some can only write songs for themselves. But then every once in a while, like Aalia, you're in the studio. It's not one of those like, I need to work days. You know, you're just in the studio. You start making a melody. You make a song. You're like, God, I think that IU would sing this song perfectly. You know, there's times like that ideal might cross your head. Has that ever happened to you?
I actually, yeah, I had that before. I mean, it was male vocal.
If you don't mind me asking.
Fly to the Sky, 환희? Yeah, because I love his voice.
You're so young. How did you know all these veteran artists?
I think my Korean musical journey was kind of done when I was like middle school back in the day, and I actually came back to it since I'm in this industry. But I was more, I think, influenced by American.
Okay, so Aalia, how serious are you about the 환희 thing? Because I go to the same salon as he does.
Oh my god, like the ballad, you know, like for women, because his voice is really sexy,
right,
manly. Right. So I was thinking like, oh, if I write the ballad with the like proposal song.
환희 오빠 보고 계세요? 오빠
갈게요.
어떻게 이거 지금 잠시만 미용실로 가야 되나? DM 보내드릴까요, 오빠? 잠깐만요.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I would love to see if that 환희 collaboration
I
would
found
be
him so hot.
Wow, that's exciting. I would actually be really excited to see that collaboration happen. Would you like to gift him a song, or would you like to do a duet with him?
Oh my god, duet?
Okay.
Is it possible?
Is it possible?
Oh my god.
You're the songwriter.
Yeah, of course. Then I'm gonna choose the duet one.
Yes. Okay, so when we post this, I'm gonna try to find a way to tag 환희 in this post.
Wow.
Maybe try to edit just this part of the interview out and then just tag him in it and be like, hello.
Thank you.
Reach out, please. For track development, you did say that you really like writing the melody, and that seems to be kind of your way to finish a song.
Yeah. To have the motive first.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the fastest you finished a song?
I mean, except the arrangement, like string arrangement.
Right.
Just 10 minutes.
From start to finish?
Yeah. I mean, I wrote that song. It's called Free Me. Like, free me, free me, free me. So I actually released it like a few years ago, but I'm planning on releasing it in Korean. In 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so that song was written in 10 minutes.
The fastest made, yeah.
Then what about that one song that was just like, God, it's not working. Like you're stuck on the first verse, or like you only have the bridge, or you only have the hook, and it wasn't working, and it took forever to write.
Actually, the one that I just released with Breathless, it's called 잠시나마 for a while.
Right.
That song I had a verse only for like a decade.
Really?
Yeah, and then I developed it through the time and recently.
Wow.
Yeah.
A decade. So 잠시나마 is going to be the last song for today. Make sure that you're staying tuned to the last song because it took her a decade to finish that song.
And it's beautiful, actually.
No, it's a beautiful track.
It
goes perfectly. It's the sub-track to Sumot, the one that we just listened to earlier. Definitely go check it out and make sure that's on your list. It's a great song too, but wow, a decade. No, but I feel that that's inevitable, especially for singer-songwriters because like I was saying earlier, I've heard that, if you do get hit with inspiration, like I hear that you guys like record melodies into your phone. You start writing lyrics into your phone.
I have so many recordings on my phone. Yeah.
It's just like if you going like
like maybe 500.
Right? And so, I've heard that, you can go through your Pandora box to see which one you want to develop or if it can even be developed or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's
right.
Intriguing. Yeah. So it's an amazing
A lot
process.
of options though.
Well, that's true. That's true. I wanted to ask, when I've talked to some people about writing songs and going to school for it, some say that they don't like music after they go to school for it. So what was it like for you? So like, it's not what I love anymore. It's, I have to do this to get a grade. You know what I mean? Like,
in a nutshell, I finished school in Korea. Hoondae학교 for singer-songwriter major. Shout out. I'm joking. But anyways, yeah.
Anyway, Hwan University. Anyways,
when I went there, I got more inspirations. Actually, more inspiration.
Wow. Yeah. On the flip side, that's amazing.
Because there were so many talented musicians and the professors. They're still working in this industry. So I was more motivated.
Wow.
Yeah.
A natural born artist, I'd have to say, because I would feel very intimidated and be like, oh my God, what am I doing here? Nura was just like, no, Isak, stop asking questions. I want to just hear her sing more. Well, we do have some more music that's going to be played for today. I think we're just going to have to make her come back, and then she's going to have to just sing more later down the line. But we are at around the time where we do actually have to take another quick song break. So this too, it's not as Korean ballad as Breathless, but it is kind of close to a more not what you normally do, because I want to say that you've got a really edgy like R&B sound.
I love that too, yeah.
But you've got a little bit more clean, I'd have to say, vocal wise for this next track. So 불어오는 바람아, or Wind Blowing. Could you tell us a little about the song before we take a listen?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it.
불어오는 바람아 is Blowing Wind. It's another soft ballad. Right before I sang a little intense ballad, but this one is a little softer. And this song basically says to the wind, can you send a message to my ex-lover that I can't reach anymore?
Oh.
Yeah, it's sad. It's a sad farewell song.
First, I'm going to ask you like some very like common questions that you would get when you first meet somebody. What's your favorite color?
Oh, color? I like mute colors.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like gray. Anything with gray. Yeah.
Okay.
I love this. Buttons.
In here, the studio. Okay, so favorite color is mute colors. I need to know what your MBTI is.
Sometimes it's ENTP.
Okay.
Sometimes it's ENFP.
You're the same as me. The N and F keep changing.
Yeah, because the balance is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like 49 and 51, everything. Yeah.
Okay. So, same MBTI. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right. Base that off of your next questions, ladies and gentlemen. We also need to ask, since we're getting to know you on a little bit more of a personal note, ideal type.
Oh.
Honey?
It's a little bit hard because I like a person with a pure heart. Like, does that exist?
I was just about to say that. I was like, does that kind of a man exist in this world? Because if there is, can you sign me up for a guy like that too?
I like a responsible person, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody who's responsible.
Yeah.
If it's possible, a pure heart as well. So you do not look at looks at all.
Of course I see the looks. Of course.
That's what I'm asking for. Like what kind of looks? Like tall, broad shoulders, like, like Kim Woo-bin type of guy, or like, do we need to go into like, hairstyles? Like where do we keep the spectrum?
I have a wide spectrum in terms of the look.
Okay.
I think personality wise, I'm already having it, like responsible and I don't know, somebody who can help, someone who's weaker. But I think look wise, I like Hwani, I like Henry. I like anybody who looks good. It's just it's so different charms.
Okay, so all good looking people have different charms. That is, yes. I think, the most amazingly honest answer that I've ever gotten in any interview ever. That's going to be my motto from now on. All handsome people or all good-looking people are attractive. That's true, though. They're my type. All good-looking people are my type. I love it.
That's true.
It is true, though. It is true. My listeners like, responsible, me. I'm responsible, me. Guys, do you make it into the good-looking stretchum? Which, I mean, to his their own. Okay, so with that in mind, we talked about alcohol during the song break, so I need to ask, soju or whiskey?
Whiskey.
Whiskey or beer?
Whiskey.
whiskey, or 소맥?
Whiskey.
Whiskey or wine?
Whiskey.
Wow, you're a whiskey girl. You expensive.
Yeah. No, because I can't drink soju.
At all?
No, at all. Not at all. And makgeolli too. But I drink 증류 soju. That was fine with me. But makgeolli and soju, that makes me sick. Really. I can't have fun.
So it's not like I get too buzzed. It's like, oh no, I can't.
No. So I don't have a lot of options. But yeah, 증류 soju was fine actually.
Okay.
Like 화요 and
those kind
am
of
I
ones.
allowed to say it?
That's fine.
Okay.
Hey, you never know. We might get sponsored. No, just kidding.
Whiskey.
Yeah, whiskey. But there's different types of whiskey. Are you a bourbon girl or are you a dry malt type of a girl?
I like single malt.
So you're single malt?
Yeah, I like Scotch, single malt, bourbon, all kinds. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so you don't really mind.
I don't really like Jack Daniel. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Whatever.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, that type of popular taste. I don't know.
No, so yeah, you and I technically don't like the ones that most people drink when they're in college.
That's true. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no, my friends always make fun of me because I didn't know that bourbon is from like California.
Oh.
But I am from California. Like, God, you're a California girl inside and out. I was like, I didn't know. I mean, bourbon is a lot better than everything else. But yeah, just for future notice, she likes whiskey, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. All right, now next week is Christmas. I cannot fathom that next week is Christmas, but I do want to know, what do you have any plans for Christmas? Are we going to be seeing like a mini live through your YouTube channel? Or
oh, yeah, maybe it seems like I have to do that.
Pressure. Aalia, do a live on Christmas Eve to do a mini concert. No, just kidding.
No, Christmas. I actually want to hang out with my friends. And just rest.
Okay. Because next week is Christmas, that means that the end of the year is pretty much next week, the week after. Yeah. So in 2 weeks, it's going to be 2023. So I want to know, is there any particular New Year's resolutions that you might have for 2023 or goals? Things you want to do for 2023?
More live shows.
Okay.
I don't know, more music, and I also am working on this acting career.
What?
Yeah, I am
acting.
Yeah, I am actually getting the acting lessons these days, and I'm having a lot of fun.
Wow, no, but you know what? I was actually going to try to ask a similar question because you said that you studied opera as well. I feel that doing musicals would be great.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, of course. Why not? I would love that, and I actually had a experience in a theater.
Oh,
I did this play called Leotard and Anna Sui Koul in Korea.
Oh,
and I was such a newbie, and it was my actually second acting career, and I was surrounded by all these like 영국영화과 majored actors, but I was main character too. So I performed it in 안양 예술의 극장 for like 8 times, I guess. And from that experience, I really got into acting.
Yeah.
I really find it so fun. Yeah, so it's another career that I want to start off from 2023.
Well, I mean, yes, to everything. I would love to see that. I would love to see you in more musicals because your voice has the power to do it. And I feel that it would bring a very different color to the Korean musical world.
Yeah, I guess because I am not really like, my voice is not that opera singer type.
You have a raspy side to your voice, and I feel that it would add a lot of depth to a lot of the female characters that we have in Korea, because Taejeon is also a very raspy, husky vocalist, and she makes it work on stage, and I feel that you can kind of be the new generation of that.
Why not? I would love that.
I would love to see that
I'm
too.
go for that.
Yes, please. Yeah. So hopefully the next time we see you, it's going to be talking about some new songs, and you're going to be doing a new musical.
Yeah.
Putting it in the universe.
Maybe one at a time.
Right. Yeah. Manifesting it so we can actually have it happen.
That's true.
Later down the line.
Yeah.
But we do have to say goodbye already. Aalia, I told you like the interview is gonna go like really, really, really fast.
Yeah.
So
can't believe it.
Before we say goodbye, I would like you to say goodbye to our listeners. If you wanted to say how you had what it was like to be on the show today? That would also be, oh wow, saying that in English sounds so weird.
Okay. Oh, well, first of all, thank you so much for K-Poppin to invite me over. It was such an honor for me to introduce myself and talk about who I am a little deeper. I really appreciate this chance, and for the listeners, thank you so much for loving my stuff. But since 2022 is finishing up, I will prepare another album for 2023 that I could share, and please keep it tuned and watch me. Getting bigger.
Yeah, no, let's hope for that. We told you that this song took a decade to finish. It was only a verse for the longest time, and then she was able to build off of it. 잠시나마 for a while is the last song we're going to say goodbye with. Aalia, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Hopefully we could see you next year.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.